All right, guys, I am finally at the home stretch of getting this harness out. It is a pain in my butt. And the main reason is because Toyota didn't decide to make the main engine harness and the transmission harness two separate units. If you know, most cars, they'll have a connector plug that would separate the transmission harness with the engine harness, but this one, they decided to make it one unit, and that's what made it so hard. I believe, if anything, it should be cut off right here, and this is where the transmission harness is, and it is such a pain to take out because I'll show you guys. So in order to even get to the plugs, you're gonna have to remove this front drive shaft here, and you can see I removed it. It's just 14s on this side, and then it is 14 and 17 on that side. And you're gonna have to remove this plate right here, which goes right here, but it's all easy to do. The only thing is you're not gonna be able to lock in this drive shaft because it is the front diff, and you're gonna have to use an impact gun, so make sure you have a good impact. I had to go buy one from Harbor Freight, and it was like $170, so that kind of cost me some more money to buy there, but it's okay, it's worth it. I needed an impact like that anyways, but you have to use that to even get to the bolts or get them off. And then now you could reach all of the plugs that are up there in the transmission tunnel, and that was a pain to do, so it was so annoying. But now it's all off. I pulled the wire harness up there too. Make sure you get like these weird like brackets too. Those are easy. It's just a little clip that you pull back and you slide it off of the bracket. So other than that, it's okay, it's not too bad, but I have small hands for the most part. If you're like bigger than I am, it's gonna be such a pain for you to do. You might have to actually drop the transmission or do something, maybe drop the subframe a little bit just so that it could kind of go down, and you should be able to get access to those. So finally got it, guys, and it was so much work than I thought it was going to be. And now all I have to do is just unplug this harness, which goes to the ECU. Hopefully that's easy, but I finally got everything right here. So once I take this all out, and we'll lay it down, and then I'll compare it to the other harness, and then we're gonna go ahead and strip this harness a little bit off of its protective sleeves, and we're gonna check for continuity and check the wires to see if they're okay. And then I'll actually try to find the pins and maybe make a pin diagram so that we actually know what goes to what. That's if I have time, but for the most part, I'll show you guys at least the issues that I had and the pins that go to that one. So let me go ahead and take it off of the ECU, and hopefully we'll have the whole wire harness out. All right, so here's the harness, guys. Got everything out. It was actually easier than I thought because, I mean, you just pull it out of that hole. And then look what I found here. Another harness that has been chewed up. So that's pretty bad right here. And I'm thinking this might be the issue of my misfire, because this looks like, I think, injector plugs, but I'm not entirely sure. You can see these are the coil packs, and then I think these are the injectors. So injectors on each side, and I think that's the whole reason of my misfire for this right here, cylinder 6. And yeah, so the mouse has destroyed this harness. I'm gonna use the plugs though for the other harness, because like I said, that harness is kind of crushed up. I think they kind of rushed it when they took it out, but it should be okay. Let me go ahead and grab the other harness, and then we'll go ahead and compare it and see what I need. But like I said, and then like I said earlier, I'm gonna take all of this looming off and try to trace this so I could see where it goes and see which plug it is, so you could pin it and actually check. But I mean, if I'm just gonna replace the whole harness, I might not even do that, or save that for a whole nother video, and I could try to make diagrams so us FJ owners with the 2010 and up, we actually have at least something we could refer to, because there's nothing online for us to refer to when it comes to a wire harness. And that's the only difference between the 2010 and up and the 07 09. So This will help us out a lot, and I might do it just for that. But let me go grab our other harness. All right, so here is the new harness, and this is the old one. But you can see the new harness has a lot of messed up plugs, and then it has a missing one here, which is that one right here. So it's weird because it has this like exposed wire here, and I kind of opened it up and you can see it's like weaving through this harness here. So I don't know what to do. I might just cut it and then splice it in here, and I think that should be okay, because I mean there's nothing else I could do unless I could find this plug. So I don't know where this came from, or I don't remember. It might be something heat shield related, so if I could find that, I don't mind just buying it. But sometimes OEM plug is going to be better than anything else, so I might just cut it. And when you buy it, you get it like this anyway. So really nothing else to do other than just do that and hope that it's okay. So I think this harness should be okay, because I believe this one has been shorted, and I don't know where the short is. I think this whole wire harness is messed up, but we'll figure it out. And then yeah, there's just a lot of little plugs, like all of these are all jacked up, so gonna have to go ahead and just take off the plugs, de-pin these, and then re-put it back in. So hopefully it's easy. I bought a whole de-pinning set, so it should be easy to do, and hopefully we'll have a whole new harness that is really nice. And the only thing I'm worried about is this plug right here. I really didn't wish I had to do splicing into this harness. I want to be as OEM as possible, but it's okay. We're gonna work with what we have, and I'll try to make it as waterproof as I can as well. But gonna go ahead and really look through this, and you can see all these are beat up here, so I might actually take these out too and put nicer plugs in and swap them out, because I really took the time for mine. So my harness still has really nice plugs in. I really don't want a bad connection and have to worry about it. So I'm gonna go through both harnesses really well right now, and we're gonna go ahead and just try to see which plugs are better and replace it with the better one. So might be a while. I'm not gonna record it, but I'm not gonna record it because it's just a lot of tedious time work that I want to push through. I'm trying to take this vehicle out camping on a big camping trip with a bunch of the boys, and that's in like 3 weeks. So I need to finish this as soon as I can, put everything back on, and hope that that is the issue, because if this is not the issue, I have to try to figure out what is. So I'm really rushing this, and so I'm just gonna try to get it done, and hopefully this is the issue to all of my issues on my car. And if it's not, then I might have to dig deeper, and I might have to look at the timing chain and maybe possibly be doing a timing chain job too, because I'm scared that it jumped timing. ECU didn't tell me that it jumped timing, so I'm thinking that it didn't. So I think I'm still safe, but let's hope for the best, and hopefully it's just this wire harness. But yeah, I'll get back to you guys. Sorry, it's more of just an update video, but just gotta give you guys little pointers like I usually do, because I feel like that's more crucial. And if you're not sure of your wire harness, this is where the part number is, and this is how I found it. So I just bought it off of eBay, and thankfully these wire harness have part numbers that you can refer to, or else it'll be very difficult. And this is the part number for 2010 and plus wire harness, engine wire harness. You can see it's the same right here, same code, same part number, and they even have QR, which is crazy. So yeah, should be good. And I'll just update you guys like I usually do. So gonna get to it, and hopefully it'll take less than an hour or two to do the plugs with that de-pinning kit, and then we'll get back to it. All right, so here's a little bit of an update. And there's some plugs that are like this, where they're okay, but they're pretty damaged from just being removed a few times, I guess. And I just de-pinned it, so you can see black and whatever color that is. And I'm gonna take this out and replace it with one from this harness. So I think it's this one, and this one is in a much better condition, so you can see that looks a lot cleaner. So we're just gonna go ahead and do that. For the most part, if they're not too bad, like I feel like this one is close to being broken, or it's just not gonna plug up right because you can see it's bent there. I'm gonna change those out, and I changed a few of these broken ones too. So here are the broken ones right here, if it's gonna focus. There you go. And broken ones like this I had to replace, but it's a pain in the butt, and these aren't really working. These kind of suck. I mean, I would say they're useful for certain things, but I just don't think they're that great. I actually like to use picks because picks are a lot better, and I'll show you guys a reason why. So with these, especially with the smaller plugs like these, it makes it so difficult to actually catch the little pin, or it's like a little plastic piece that just pulls like that. So it's almost like the same concept of this plug on top, but inside. So these are kind of sharp and they tend to rip it up, and I was kind of having issues with that, so I was getting kind of annoyed. But with the pick, it's more rounded off, but it's sharp enough to grab it. And I'll show you guys about how to depin some wires. So this one is actually really simple. You're always going to pull out, look for white clips. White clips mean that should be removed. So I'm just going to go ahead and pry it off like that, and just keep going until it comes off. There you go. And once it's off, every plug is a little bit different. Some might come out from the side, and then you have to pull out like a black piece like this, and it will expose the wires. Had to do that for a few. If I have to do another one, I'll show that as well. It's like this one right here. So you pull out this side right here like that, and then this black clip comes off, and then the wires are exposed. And be careful because it can be pretty brittle. And then once you're there, I don't know if you can see that, there's those little clips at the bottom, and those are the ones that you pull to just take it off. So like I said, with the other pins, it's just too sharp and it breaks it. With these, you could just kind of pull down real slowly, and it should come off. There you go. And then do it to the other side. And once you pull that off, they both just come out like that. So it's good. Black is on the clip side, and then white is on the bottom side. Toss this wire. Make sure you know which wire harness is yours. And you guys can remember, this is the new one. And just remember that these little prongs on the bottom are always what it clips to. So maybe you guys can see it better there. Those little prongs right there at the bottom, that's what everything clips to. You can see there's like a little step or lip there, and that's all you do. You push down just like that. And I know it's hard to see, guys, but it's so hard to catch this on camera unless I have like a microscopic camera or something. But I'm never able to catch this stuff correctly. But you kind of get it once you start. And what the heck is that wire? Okay, so if I remember, black is on this side. Make sure the prongs are down, and you'll hear it clip just like that. One more time. There you go. Clip right in. Get your white insulator. that's it. So now you have a nice new plug on your harness and you're good to go. So just been doing this whole time. Good, thankfully there's not too much, but I am sad that there is any at all, because it just sucks having to do this. There's a lot of room for mistakes, a lot of room to mess up a whole plug in a wire harness. So thankfully it's not hooked up to the car, so I don't think anything's gonna fry, but you just want to make sure you do everything slowly and don't rush it, and it should be good. So yep, just gonna finish it up, guys, and once I'm done, we'll go ahead and try and put it back into this car or truck, and then we hopefully should be good to go. But this is the main one that I'm stressing about, and this one kind of sucks, but it's okay. See if it works, and hopefully it's got to be better than this harness, so it should be okay. All right, I am finally done with this harness, and you can see this is the plug here that I had to actually splice in, and then I had a few that I just depinned and put on. One more that I had to splice in, which kind of sucks, but I mean, that's just what it is. And then the rest, they're just either good or they've been depinned back into this. This one as well is another splice. I'm not sure, or no, this one is okay, but it was just kind of exposed. I just taped it up a little better, and everything else seems pretty good. So let me double check the brackets. I think I'm just gonna leave it on. If I need it, I need it. If I don't, it should just come off, but or we could just take this one off at least. But go ahead and just try to put everything back into the vehicle, and hopefully we should be good. So this is what it is right here, and hopefully it doesn't take me too long. Might not finish today though. Just gonna go ahead and start it, and then I'll finish it another day, and I'll record it after we're done. And hopefully that is the fix for all the reasons that I have right now, for all of the issues that I have right now on the FJ. All right, guys, so everything is plugged up. I believe everything is good. I checked everything. There is one wire that I feel that's kind of sketchy, which is the speed sensor wire. And it's somewhere. It's actually in the front. And it's that wire right there. So it's a bit sketchy. It's kind of like exposed wire, but then I think it should be okay. We'll see if it throws any codes or anything like that, but hopefully it doesn't affect it. Everything is hooked up and should be ready to go. And you know you didn't fix your car right if you don't have this much leftover bolts. So a lot of this is just like bracket stuff that I just zip tied, because these are such a pain in the ass to take off. So just decided to keep it off. But all right, we're gonna go ahead and do the first test start, and I'm so nervous right now. Hopefully it's good. So let's see. Oh, I'll take it back real quick. Let's go ahead and turn it on. Let it kind of prime up. It's been a while. And this could be the first start. Sounds okay, huh?
Sounds good.
Let me give it some gas. Man, it sounds a lot stronger than it did before already. No check engine light yet. It probably will throw code on if it has one. So nothing yet so far, but it idles amazing already. So I'm thinking that it's good, but we'll see. It definitely has a lot more power. And yeah, there's no issue there. Man, I really hope this is it, dude. I really want to take this truck up to our camping trip. Me and the boys and my brothers, we're all gonna have a reunion trip with everybody, and we're gonna go up the mountains here. We already got people flying out from Washington, coming up from LA area. So it's gonna be a big trip, and I would be so sad if I couldn't take my truck. So really happy. Hopefully it's fixed. I'm gonna let it warm up a little bit, see if it check engine light turns on, or if it's leaking anything, or if anything's going on. And then after that, gotta go ahead and put this wheel back on, and then we'll go and take it for a test drive. All right, so it's idling pretty good. It sounds really strong again, which I'm really happy about, because man, it sounded horrible before, huh, Sam? It was like struggling and just dying. So I think it was that wiring and the other wire that I found. I'm glad that my splicing job is decent, I guess, enough. This car is definitely not waterproof, because I didn't waterproof anything. So I don't ever want to take it into a river and submerge it anyways. I don't believe you should do that. These cars, although people do it, there's just too much chances of something shorting out. These cars are way too much wiring and too many sensors going on. So if you like to do that, that's cool. But man, I just don't like the headache of wiring or electrical issues in a vehicle. So I'm just a basic 4x4 guy. I don't be rock crawl, so this is more than enough for me, and everything seems good. Oh my gosh, I'm so freaking happy, guys. Hopefully it's good. And it's been idling for about 2-3 minutes now, and I'll update you guys in a bit. All right guys, I got the wheel on and nothing else, just the wheel. But we're gonna go ahead and take it for a test drive right now. So hopefully it's good. Everything still sounds good today. And I started it up, it fired right up, and still no check engine light. The idle is smooth. It doesn't feel like jerky. Before it was like that, and now it feels good. So hopefully everything is good. Still worried, you know, every time you fix a car, you're scared that the issue or some new issue will pop up. But so far everything is still good. So let's go for a test drive. All right, the car feels pretty good so far. Check here, there's no check engine lights. So man, I'm really excited. Hopefully everything is good. I'm gonna go over here a little bit first, and then do like a little pull. But it already feels way better, huh?
It does, yeah.
It's like 100 times better. Oh yeah. I mean, as long as it's driving, I want to get past 60, because it wouldn't even get past that before. And that's why when the shop said I could take it home, I couldn't even get past 40. So this is why I don't trust shops, or I just have no faith in shops. Because every time taking a car to a shop or even a dealer, they don't ever fix my car, and I have to do it myself. So.
Is that it?
Let me do a pull right here, and then should be it, and then we'll go back home. Hopefully it's good. Oh yeah. Feels good and all.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the same power, you know. It's not gonna get stronger with the new harness with. Didn't have issues before. Let me do this one. But AC still works cold, which that's what I was kind of scared of, because I took the compressor off and still blows ice cold. So I'm good there, and I'll see you guys back at home. All right, guys. So I finally put the TRD skid plate back on, and I put my rear wheel back on as well. So everything is pretty much back to normal. I do have like a bunch of little things that I took out before I took to the shop, because I just don't trust having a bunch of stuff in there. So like little jacks and all this just little stuff in my car that I'll be putting back as well. And then in the next video, I have something very cool for this truck. And because, like I said, I'm going camping at the end of the month, I got something really cool for this truck. So can't wait to put it on, and I can't wait to show you guys. It's going to be super cool. Something I've been wanting for a long time, and it's kind of like the whole reason why I wanted a 4x4. So stay tuned for the next video, and I hope you guys are interested. And thank you for watching this one. I'm so happy that this vehicle is back up and running. I'm gonna try to take a lot of preventative measures to keep mice and rats out of my vehicle, but we'll see how it goes, and we just pray that they don't come back and start wreaking havoc again. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later. Peace.